Hello and welcome to your practice today. We'll begin in a child's pose. Bringing your knees out nice and wide, big toes gently touching one another. Walking your hands down and melting your forehead into your mat. Connecting with your breath. Sinking your hips back down towards your heels. Softening the shoulders and the heart space down towards the earth. And bring in a sense of loving awareness to your breath. And take one more full breath. And gently rising up into a tabletop. You might like to just adjust your hands and your knees. Finding a cat pose, arching up through the spine, gently tucking your chin in towards your chest. Pausing here in the stretch. And then coming to a neutral spine. And then plank pose, so your knees can stay down here if you'd like, or taking your legs back up and up behind you. Lengthen through the legs, pulling your kneecaps up to activate the muscles in your legs. Take another deep breath in and downward facing dog, pressing your arms, your hips back up towards the sky. And taking another full breath here. Bringing your knees back down towards the earth and finding your cow pose, dipping the ribs down, the chest coming up through your shoulders. Take another deep breath in and then sinking it back to a child's pose. And then one full breath here. Coming up into your tabletop. And then on your exhale, finding your cat pose. Neutralize your spine, deep breath in. Find a little bit more length on your exhale. Plank pose, deep breath in. And downward facing dog as you breathe out. Take a deep inhale. Knees to the mat as you exhale. Cow pose, breathe it in. And sinking back into a child's pose as you breathe out. Holding your child's pose for a full breath. And then coming up into your tabletop on your inhale. cat pose on your exhale. Neutralize your spine. Take a full breath. And then plank pose as you breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Take an inhale. And then knees to the mat as you exhale. Cow pose, breathe it in. And sink it back to child's. Now we'll move just with your breath. So when you're ready, coming up into your tabletop, finding your cat, back to a flat back, plank, down dog, hips go high, tabletop, cow pose, child's pose. One more round with that sense of loving awareness for your breath, your body. And sink it to child's pose, holding here, melting your shoulders down towards the earth, softening through your jaw. And we come onto our mats to practice not to be perfect. It's a place for us to connect to our body, our breath, and our heart. So as we move throughout our practice, bring in that sense of loving awareness for all aspects of yourself. Take another deep, full breath here. And then gently coming back to your tabletop, meeting in a downward facing dog. You can bend your knees here as much as you need to, pressing your hands up and away from the mat, finding a bit of length in your arms, in your spine. Taking another full breath. And then gazing to the top of your mat, just walking your feet up, finding a forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you'd like. Hands can dangle down, they can rest on your legs, or you can grab opposite elbows. Softening through the neck and the head. You can take a little gentle sway here if you'd like. One more full breath. Releasing the arms down to the mat, taking a halfway lift, lengthening the spine, hands on shins. Take another deep breath in and soften down as you exhale. One full breath, rolling the spine up. Sweeping your hands to sky on an inhale. And hands find heart center. Taking a moment here to connect into your heart. Feeling the wave of the breath wash over your heart. One more breath. Sweeping your hands to sky, deep breath in. And forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lifting, lengthening. And taking your right foot back for a low lunge. Dropping the back knee down. And just lengthen through the spine here and open up through the hips. So you can just take some little movements, pulsing into the hips, creating a little bit of space. And then grounding that front foot down into the mat, lifting arms to sky, settling into the hip space. Take a deep breath in. And then cactus out your arms, taking a little back bend, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And it doesn't have to be a really big back bend, it can be quite small. So just go to where your body wants to. Hands to sky as you breathe in. Hands to heart, breathing out. Finding a twist. So you can stay upright and just twist over to your left. Or you can hook your right elbow onto your knee, pressing your palms together, twisting through the waist, crown of the head reaching forwards, tailbone reaching back. Taking another full breath. Coming back to center, hands reaching up. And then hands to the mat. Tucking your back toes under, finding a pyramid pose. So you can just lengthen out through the legs, or you can step that back foot in to shorten your stance. So just depending on what you'd like to do. Lengthening through the spine. Taking both sit bones back behind you, squaring off your hips. One more full breath. And then coming back into a low lunge. So if you brought that back foot forward, just sliding it back. Back knee can stay lifted or you can ground it. Right hand to the mat as you lift left hand high to the sky. Perhaps your gaze is on that top hand. One more full breath. Take another deep breath in. Then releasing that hand to the mat as you exhale, forward fold. Taking a halfway lift as you breathe in and soften as you breathe out. One full breath, rolling yourself up. Hands to sky, inhale. And hands to your heart as you exhale. One more full breath. Reaching hands high, deep breath in. And forward fold as you let the breath go. Halfway lifting. And this time taking your left foot back for your low lunge. Dropping the back knee, lengthening through the spine, opening the chest. And just taking any movements to open up this side of your hip. And then grounding down through that front foot, lifting yourself up, hands to sky. Breathing here. Take another deep breath in. And cactus your arms, finding your gentle back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then on your next inhale, sweep your hands back to the sky, coming back to center. Hands to heart. And twisting on this side so you can stay upright and just twist over. Or you can hook your left elbow onto your right knee, pressing your palms against one another, twisting through the waist. One more breath. Coming back to center, hands reaching to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And hands to the mat, finding your pyramid pose. Lengthening through the legs. Either keeping that back foot where it is, or you can walk it in a little. Lengthening through the spine. Taking one more full breath. Finding your low lunge. Back leg can stay lifted or you can ground it. Left hand grounding into the earth as the right hand comes up to the sky with your gaze. One more full breath. Another deep inhale. And then soften that arm down. Forward fold. Taking a halfway lift as you inhale. And soften down as you exhale. One full breath, rolling yourself up. Reaching your hands to sky on a deep breath in. Hands finding your heart space. Taking a pause to connect in to your breath, your body and your heart. One more full breath. Then we're going to find dancer's pose. So I'll offer a few different variations and you can take whichever one suits you today. And just remembering that our practice is just that, a practice, not a perfection. So if you fall out, if you wobble, it's okay. Just take a breath and then come back into it if you like. So first variation is shifting your weight into your left leg. Hands will go back beside you. And we're going to just take our right toes behind us on the mat. And you can just practice on lifting your toes up and down, strengthening through that left leg. The second option is bringing your right leg up, grabbing onto the inside of your ankle, bringing your knees together, left hand to the sky. Staying here, or you can kick into that hand and reach forward. Fixing your gaze somewhere ahead of you. Trying not to hold your breath. Just taking one more full breath wherever you are. Coming back to stand. Sweeping your hands up to the sky. Grabbing onto your right wrist with your left hand. And your right leg is going to come behind and step probably off your mat. Lengthen through the legs, finding a side stretch here. Take another full breath. And then coming back to center, releasing your arms. Sweeping them up on a breath in. And hands to heart as you exhale. And finding dancer's pose on this side. So again, the first option is just taking your your left toes back this time, opening through the chest. Staying here or grabbing onto the inside of your left foot, right hand to the sky, bringing your knees together. And just holding your balance here or kicking into your hand and reaching forward. And so it's a bit like a counterbalance with you kicking back and reaching forward. One more full breath. And then releasing it, coming back to stand. Sweeping your arms up to the sky, grabbing onto your left wrist this time, and stepping your left foot behind your right off to the side, finding a side stretch. Taking one more full breath. Coming back to center, releasing your arms. Sweeping your arms to sky on your next breath in. and forward fold. Taking a halfway lift breath in. And then finding your child's pose at the back of your mat, however you'd like to get there. Softening your shoulders, your forehead, your breath. And taking one more full breath. And gently walking your hands back in towards your body, rolling the spine up. And then we'll just come down onto our backs, finding our Shavasana. And before Shavasana, you may like to hug your knees in towards your chest and take any little rocks, any little movements. And then getting yourself comfy, legs out long, arms out long by your sides, palms facing up, or you can rest your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. And we practice not to be perfect, but to connect to our breath, our body, and our heart. We practice to come home to all these parts of ourselves. Beginning to deepen your breath. Having a loving awareness for your breath, your body, and your heart. Inviting in some small movements, wriggling your toes, your fingers. Taking any other movements or stretches that you'd like to take. Just anything that feels nice in the body. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right hand side in a little ball. Taking another breath here. And then slowly, gently helping yourself up. Finding a comfortable seated position. Hands sweeping up to the sky, palms meeting, and then hands soften down to your heart center. And gently closing your eyes. You can bow your head down to your heart in honor of yourself, of your practice. And the light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your practice today. If you have any questions, please let me know. But otherwise, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you again soon.